Hello, welcome to the first installment of Eric Answers Your Questions. The question I want to answer today is from Meg, and she asks, what inspired the three main characters? Now I'm talking here about my series Chaos and Retribution, the new one that's almost complete. As far as the three main characters, the reason why there's three of them is because when I originally conceived of this story, this is a sequel to my first series, and I wanted to explore more the powers of the Shapers. And the Shapers are kind of like elementals. There are Shapers in the sphere of stone and in the sea and in the sky. So I thought, well, these are powers that only the Shapers can use. So what if we had a series where we had humans who could actually use these powers? Going off of that, I decided to have one main character in each of the three spheres. And while I was casting about trying to come up with an idea of like what kind of people would they be like, how would they be, my older son Dylan said, well, hey, why not make each character similar to the sphere they come from? So because of that, then Fen, who works within the sphere of stone, he's stone-like in the sense that he's super solid, he's very reliable, he's consistent, he stays pretty calm and even-keeled, and he's kind of a salt-of-the-earth sort of guy. When it comes to, the sphere of sea, that's Ashlyn. And being from the sea, I thought she would be prone to sudden changes in mood, to be a little unpredictable, and to be sort of remote in ways. Maybe this just comes from me growing up in the desert where we don't have water, and water seems sort of alien, but the sea, as much as I love it, it's always seemed kind of terrifying to me. So I wanted to capture a little bit of that, the sense of the sea being uncaring. Plus, in the past, as I referred to in the first series, there was a great war between the Shapers of the sphere of stone and the sphere of sea. And the reason it really came about is that the Shapers of the sea, the Schlichti, as I call them, they were the least accepting of life. And they were always resentful of it and its intrusion on their domain. So in a little bit of there's some hostility there toward life. And Ashlyn, as those of you who have read about her know, is kind of she's not necessarily hostile to people, but she certainly is not really connected to them. And then with Carlos, well, that was easy because he's the wind, right? The sphere of sky, the Aranti. And so basically I just made him flighty. He's cheerful, friendly, bounces from one thing to another, doesn't stay angry over things. His mood changes quickly. He's interested in something and then quickly changes his mind to something else. So that's where I came up with the three main characters and where they started from.